fall from rocks, multiple fractures, 18-year-old female.
Today, Glennis's first job is to help a teenager who's come to grief while taking a selfie on a rugged stretch of the Victorian coastline.
Tell me exactly what happened. Some girl just fell into the water. Fell off a cliff, pretty much. She fell off a cliff? Yeah, pretty much. It was like a couple-metre cliff into the water. She's pumped out. Okay, we'll organise some help for her.
This is a 2-metre fall into water with fractures. Because I'm not sure where. You'd be thinking arms and legs. Those millennials are bloody died trying to do a selfie on themselves.
Extra paramedics have also been dispatched, but the patient's location is a tricky spot to get to. Glennis and the backup crew have been given access to a private road, but the team will still have to trek 1.5 kilometres in the sand.
Bruce, we're just going to have to take the basics, I think. Come to the beach, they said. It'll be great. Where are they? When I finally get to the beach and I realise she's not there and she's already trekked up that staircase, I just wish some patients would stay put where they were. Oh. On the plus side, if she's been able to walk up those stairs, it means her injuries might be a little bit less than what we originally thought. Hello. But if someone's helped her up those stairs and she does have a spinal injury, that could be quite critical for her.
This is Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
How old are you?
And when I first see Hannah, I see that she's shaking, she's struggling to talk, she's in a bit of a state. Hannah, how are you feeling now, love? Where's your main soreness?
My knee, my thumb and my thigh.
Your knee, your thumb and your thigh. Well, let's have a look at those first.
On a rugged stretch of coast, a selfie expedition has gone horribly wrong.
So you've fallen off some rocks, have you, darling?
I got sucked off the cliff.
With a wave? Okay.
Micah paramedic Glennis is urgently assessing 18-year-old Hannah.
Let's have a little look at your legs, love. Oh, look at that. Geez, you've done a good job there. You look like you've come off a motorbike.
Hannah and her friend Emma had been trying to get pictures of themselves at a popular scenic spot.
So a wave came, we've both been knocked over and holding on to the rocks that we can, but it's dragged her all the way out. Straight away screamed for help and there was blood. It happened so fast that it was just didn't feel real.
Does that hurt when you do that?
Yeah.
Is it sore around this region here? Okay. When someone falls and is bashed up against the rock by those waves, spinal injuries are a very serious consideration. Is it sore for me to touch anywhere there?
Right there, yeah.
Not this side?
No.
But Hannah had no real injuries to her neck. She didn't complain of any central neck tenderness. And then she was able to climb out of those rocks herself. You saw that? And then you walked her up here. All right. And she basically has walked about 1.5 kilometres away from the scene. So we ruled out quite quickly spinal injury. But she's got quite a lot of superficial grazing.
Oh, my toe.
Your toe, and she could have some fractures that we're not aware of. We've got a large abrasion to the thigh, knees, just underneath here. So it looks like when we've come off the rock, we've glided all the way down on that right side. So we've got a lot of right side sort of abrasions.
Nice.
Have you ever had any pain relief before?
Yeah.
He's got some great.
All right, this one goes up your nose. What I want you to do is go just a light little sniff, as I say. 1, 2, sniff. Good girl. Now, it should start to kick in about 5 minutes. Goodness me, look at those nails. Now that we've established that Hannah doesn't have serious life-threatening injuries, I now have to consider how the hell am I going to get Hannah out of this location? Are we going back the way we came? Darling, I do not know how you got up that hill. You did a very, very good job. It's got better lungs than me because I absolutely puffed my way up that hill.
Micah paramedic Glennis is trying to work out how to move the badly injured Hannah off a remote cliff top. The teenager fell down jagged rocks while trying to take a selfie.
You don't take any medications, do you, love? And she's in year 12 and we'd like to get back to those studies. Because what do you want to be when you grow up?
Nurse.
A nurse, okay. All right, you're going to learn about it today, okay, darling? Now that we've established Hannah doesn't have any serious life-threatening injuries, I now have to consider how the hell am I going to get Hannah out of this location? Because I've still got another 1.5 kilometres to the car park and I'm starting to think this is going to be a long trek for us. And then I look up and I see Parks Victoria's ute coming towards me over the sand dunes, and I think we can hatch a plan for this. The cavalry's arrived. We can get her out somehow. Now, we've got a couple of options. We can put you in the back of the ute, but it's going to be very bumpy. Or I think we're going to sit you in the front seat, all right? So I know it's going to be difficult transition getting you up to the seated position. All right, my love. Can we have a few hands to help this young Hannah up? Okay. Now, let's stand you up first.
You're right.
Here, Nate. We got you. You're very lucky. We're all becoming selfie obsessed. We want that perfect post to put on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat so we can show our friends what a lovely life we're leading. But in this case, rocks, waves and a big steep cliff. Leave that one alone.
1, 2.
Good deal. Oh. Hannah, you are so brave. I think you've got some great war wounds to show your friends at school, okay? Good luck.
Hannah is fortunate to have survived, but she's still in severe pain. After being transferred to an ambulance, she'll be taken to hospital for scans to make sure she hasn't broken any bones in her quest for selfie fame.
Holy moly.
As for Glenys,
Yeah, unfortunately.
she now faces a tough slog back to her car.
Oh, you passed me because I'm going really slow. Oh, this is the most exercise I've done in months. Come and resus me. I do remember saying to someone, just watch yourself as you're going up that hill, because if you injure yourself, I'm not walking back up that track to get you. Oh.
It's now 4 weeks since Hannah was swept off a cliff while she was trying to take a specky selfie, and the experience is still haunting her.
All it took was for my friend and I to just turn our backs and this wave came. I just fell straight down the rocks and I had no hope that I was going to make it out. The waves were just way too big. First instinct was I didn't say goodbye to my mum, didn't say goodbye to my dad or any of my siblings. It's a ham.
No, it's chicken.
You're funny.
The ham?
You're funny.
I know. I'm good.
I definitely believe Hannah realises how lucky she was. What she went on through on the day will stay with her forever.
When Hannah got to hospital, she was treated for severe cuts and bruises, but luckily, no fractures.
Couldn't walk for about a week and a half. But, I mean, if that's all I was going to get, you know, the fact that I was still able to walk, that was good enough for me.